tube.
The tube.
All right, I'm
About to
ready.
get on the
Let me get myself
YouTube.
together. Oh Lord, why am I shining?
She does this every time she checks her face. Every
And then
time.
digging my nose.
And then digging her nose
It's
every
like the
time.
Sammy Sosa thing where he'd be like, "I got to do the digging the nose, check the,"
That's
and
all
then I'm
right.
good. Now we on.
No, it's not. Don't encourage her, please. Please
I
don't encourage
know.
her.
Good
Making
to
sure we
see
get
you, lady.
everything
How are you?
straight. Yes, thank you for being on the show. We're so excited.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. This is awesome. It's three beautiful ladies I get to join today. So I'm
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, so much.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we're going to introduce ourselves in a second as soon as I share this link.
Share
And
the
then we'll
link,
be able to
Kiki. Share the
go.
link.
I'm sharing the link, love. I'm
Link.
sharing the link. Okay.
It's time for my locks to be redone. Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, we need them streets. We need them streets clean, boo.
We get them streets
We
clean.
need them streets clean, cha. Mine is cha. Anyway, here we go.
All right, let's go.
Here we
Let's
go.
go. Let's get
Hey.
right.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast, Urban Media today. Shouts out to you for checking in to the show. We are live on the YouTube, as LaShawn the Chatter Chick would say. And we have a special guest with us this week. So we're going to introduce her right after I tell you that I am the radio chick, Kiki Brown. And then we have who next?
I am the Chatter Chick, LaShawn.
And I'm y'all millennial chick, Jerry Tipton.
And we're going to give her a chick name at the end of the show. We have to figure out.
You got to figure what chick you are.
We got to figure out what kind of chick you are once we give you your chick name. We have Demika Eugene.
Yeah,
you spell it like Demika, and I was like, yeah, she from the South. She's straight from the D. Detroit.
That's what's up. Yeah, I saw that.
Born and raised.
Straight from
8 Mile.
7 Mile.
7.
7
What?
Mile. Yeah.
All right. I know.
You ain't know nothing about
I do. I got pictures and everything.
You ain't saying no 8 Mile child.
See, Demika, we got haters on the show, but it's all about black love.
I take you. I mean, we ain't gonna hang out too long on the east side no more.
Right.
But
wait till the end of the show to determine if you're gonna hang out with her or not, because she is booked and busy and a woman of a certain age.
Ooh, I'm so booked.
So this is Demika's first time on the show. You're always welcome back. Well, we'll let you figure that out at the end of the show. We got to see if you want to come back at the end of the show. First 20 minutes, we talk about our hot topics, and then we have fan mail, ladies.
Fan mail.
And some of our fan mail is pretty ratchet. Ooh, and today's
I don't know why they do that.
Really juicy. It's because of you.
No, I really get with them though. I don't like that.
I don't know about this one. So we're going to talk about our hot topics this week: the family struggle, formerly known as the family hustle. Because they're going to be hustling for some coins, child. Because coins is leaving, child. T.I. and Tiny in trouble. Allegedly, well, if you don't know about the story, T.I. born Clifford Harris, of course, Tiny, Tamika Cottle, been accused by multiple women of drugging and sexually abusing them. A former friend, Sabrina Peterson, accused T.I. of threatening her, holding a gun to her head. Of course, he has denied these vicious allegations against me repetitiously, how I strategically, prophetically, whatever type of big words he used to say, he didn't do nothing. This brother will make up a word. He is the next Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, he really did use his jail time wisely. He read that dictionary.
Studied that dictionary.
He read that jail time handbook. Yes, he did.
Really did.
New member handbook. He read it cover to cover, child. Their attorney is saying, well, they're denying multiple accusations, saying that they are asking people to kind of take a deal. Like, come on, let me just slide you this envelope real quick for you to be quiet. And so, of course, that's not happening. They have these accusers have a real lawyer that's not taking the coins, and they
ain't got that prepaid joint. They are for real.
So they trying to get them hush.
I mean, do we care? Is this something that we need to be talking about? What you think, Tamika?
Okay,
I'm gonna take a sip.
My 2 cents is, if you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen. Don't invite people into your place of sleeping.
I need you to say this say this in a T.I. voice.
In a T.I. voice.
Don't be so expeditious to welcome women into your bedroom, especially without signing an NDA.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to get that in writing, then, hey, don't invite these people in, because it says the bedroom is undefiled. So what goes
That's in the Bible, Danica.
Oh. It is, and I'm real biblical. So what goes in your bedroom, stay in your bedroom between you and your wife. And if you don't want all your secrets getting out, quit inviting people in.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
But I came up with a scenario. I just said that
Lord.
I think I said this last week. Jer has the receipts. I said think they had offered this young lady, they made the proposal, and she says, okay, I will accept your proposal if your counter offer is da 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 boom bop bop. And they was like, I ain't doing that. And Tiny was like, we ain't doing that tip. And T.I. had a whole bunch of big names, and she was like, if you're not gonna pay me, then I'm talking. And he was like, ain't nobody gonna believe you, because we Tiny and Tip, and ain't nobody gonna believe you. So I think that's what happened. I think they really did it, and she wanted some coins. And
I think they did it. I think so. Haven't we learned from like the scenarios with Cosby, with all the people in Hollywood, and inviting the producers and directors, and the allegations? Haven't we learned?
Yeah, obviously not.
I'm not. They still want to keep doing it. It's like an abuse of power type thing, just to be in that type of authority, is just, that's what they want. I've never good at either. It reminds me kind of, we all know the situation with R. Kelly. All those accused women came out, and everyone said they were lying, and
I forgot about him.
Me too.
Be quick. You out of there.
I forgot. Oops.
The 2020, they canceled.
Yeah.
Cancel culture. He's done.
Cancel culture.
Well, now T.I.'s canceled. The Family Hustle was canceled, and why there was an Ant 3, I don't know, but Ant-Man 3, but T.I. will not be returning to that movie. Okay. So I don't know what that means for the Family
They must have
Hustle.
really found something for him. I mean, they canceled Bruce Springsteen for a DUI charge, and that was founded that he did it. But when they're canceling people, it's because they have evidence of something.
Yeah.
And I think this is really serious when it comes to T.I. There's something going on. Now, they should have took a little page from their friend, and I'm not saying it's right what they did. Don't get me wrong on it. It's not right. But Candy said, and she said it on the Housewives, because I do watch that little ratchet show sometime. She said her and Todd do a non-disclosure agreement.
That's what Danica said. Sign the paper.
That's what she said. Well, she didn't verbally say it, because somebody said to her, what do you and Todd do? Do you guys have somebody sign a paper? And all she did was she did her head like this. Mm-hmm. So they should have did. I mean, if that's how they're living, that ratchet way.
If that's how they're living, because I mean, honestly, no.
Yeah.
I can't share. I'm a little greedy, so I'm not gonna share. But
I don't want to.
If that's the lifestyle you choose, that's up to you. But at least take care of your business. So your business don't come and take care of you.
And know who you inviting. If you with somebody that's about it, you know what I'm saying? And this is what they're about. So you probably not gonna, just give her coins and that be it. But don't get somebody that's a friend. No.
But they're so selfish.
Don't get a friend.
This thing doesn't affect not only them, but their kids.
Yeah.
Like
right.
You know, when you do stuff like this, even when the housewives the other weekend, you know, this little ratchet stuff, when they were doing this little, we're in this little thing. The stripper thing, and they had that whole little stripper gate. These are women with children. Your kids are going to see this. Now, nobody's perfect except for me. I'm not perfect, but come on now, stop. You got kids. They're going to see this. They're going to get ridiculed because of this. Like, get your life. Yeah. So I don't get it. You ain't got that much to do stuff like that.
We got another struggle in the Petty household. Kenneth Petty is Nicki Minaj's husband. His victim is saying that he tried to bribe her. Apparently and allegedly, he sexually assaulted this young lady when she was 16 years old. He's asked her recently to recant her story. This happened back in 94. He reportedly, he was 15 at the time of the alleged attack, and the accuser, this all according to the Daily Beast, her name is Jennifer. And she's saying that people close to Nicki Minaj are allegedly trying to silence her from speaking her truth. She also shared that she has family members, kind of sort of like our Kelly situation, that are in connection, you know, they work for the Pettys. And so they're going up against her too, like, shut up, you kind of taking my, you know, my food out of my mouth. And so she's like, I don't know what to do. Nicki Minaj clearly thought she was white. She said, I'm not, I got some black in me. And so I'm not a white woman. Why that means anything, I don't know. She also said that she's never tried to take her story back. She has claimed that she's been harassed multiple times by people close to the Pettys in hopes of scaring her to back down. This, according to the Jasmine brand, because of the harassment she allegedly faced, she's had to move 3 times in 2020 for her safety.
Wow, that's terrible.
3 times.
That's terrible. That's
you know me. I'm always like, when did Nikki and Kenny get together?
Most recently,
they get together. They got together 2018.
Yeah. But she knew him when he was a teenager, she said. But they, you know, I guess they dated when they was younger, like kid. You know,
I'm not victim blaming. I'm not victim shaming. I just be like.
Well, from what you read, it said that he was 15 at the time when it happened, and the girl.
He's like dirty 30.
No, he's 40s.
Is he 40?
Oh, now saying something, or she said something before.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I'm not sure. No, she said she had to move 3 times in 2020. So this is recent. Maybe 2000.
I
don't know. What you think, Tamika?
I think, and I'm just like this. My story and my journey is my story and my journey, and I'm not gonna let nobody silence me. You know, I got on and I talked about being sexually assaulted when I was 14. I had an interview not too long ago, and I shared that. And it was the first time I shared it like openly and publicly with, you know, nobody is going to silence me when it comes to that. There's no amount of money, because it's my truth. And if I don't share my truth, how can I help the person behind me? Right. So I just feel like, hey, if she decides to share her truth, that's her story. I don't need your money. Let that woman tell her side of the story. If the statute of limitation has run out on anything, any accusations, oh well, that's her truth.
What do you think about, Damika? What do you think about, because there are people out there who see opportunity and they come out, and so I think that it's unfair for people who have stories like yours, and stories like anyone else who was actually attacked. And I'm not saying that they weren't attacked, but for these stories to happen to celebrities, is it an unfair chance? Is it unfair for them, even if their story is true, because they're connected to a celebrity?
I think with him being in his 40s and it's happening then, if she's being an opportunist, then it's not opportunist is not right on her part right now. I think, you know, in the past, if she shared her story and whatever has come of it, because he was 15 or she was 15.
I think he was 15 and she was 16.
And she was 16. This was in 94.
Now. Let him be. Now, is she trying to claim something, get some money? What is she trying to do at this moment?
That's my question. Like, why are we, if this was when you were teenage, because he was not, no, she was, Okay, it says Kenneth Petty was accused of raping a then 16-year-old girl in 94. He was reportedly 15 at the time of the alleged attack. Neither one of them were older. Like they weren't over 18. Is that considered rape? Is that still is considered sexual assault? Was he in trouble? Did he get in trouble for it? Did she report it at that time? So it's kind of like, why bringing it up now? What is that going to do? But being that he's married, and I'm not saying that she's not right. I'm not saying that, but speculation will automatically come out when situations like this happen because he is married to Nicki Minaj. Do you know what you know what I mean?
Yeah. If we take Nicki Minaj off the table, there's some victims do not. Their story has always been in their head, but sometimes it comes out at a certain point. And they share at a certain point. So it's not because he was 15 and she was 16. He could know how he could rape her. Rape is rape. Whether it's a 15-year-old boy doing it or a 14-year-old boy, whenever they're taking sex from somebody who didn't give it to him, it's rape. So she probably always had it in her mind, but it came out. Even like you were saying, Danica, like you shared yours recently, you hadn't shared yours to anybody. And that happened to you some time ago. But when she felt like she was strong enough to share it and that she knew that it would heal somebody else, she should do it. So for them to tell her to recant a story that happened to her is totally wrong. And you know, all because it's Nicki Minaj's husband. Who gives a dog on whose husband it is? He did what he did. And she felt the way she felt. And she has every right to feel that. And he was wrong. He was wrong.
And now, if she's going after money or a civil suit or something like that at this point in time, I would think that's not, you know, at some point you got to forgive and disconnect and let it go. It wouldn't be right now because that's Nicki Minaj's husband. But if she's doing it out of, maybe it was a trigger for her and she's like, I got to let this out. This has to be her. But it depends on what she's trying to gain from it.
And it depends on too what her life has been. If she had to struggle as a result of that, and now she see him doing well, then I want my money back. I want not my money back, but I want you to struggle like I did. I can understand that part of that for her. I mean, if she had a hard time, maybe she couldn't keep a job or whatever, but now she see him like moving up. Not that it's his money, it's Nicki's money, but he's moving up a little bit. She probably feels some kind of way about it. Like,
like how
let me get it.
Came up and
he can, and she still, because that's,
and I'm struggling.
You know, for her,
what you think, Jer?
You know, no, I was just saying that's trauma for her for the rest of her life. You know, he obviously moved on from it, but she didn't. And maybe she felt like now was the time to say something because he is now in the public eye being married to a superstar. It's unfortunate, you know, that it looks bad because of the timing, but just like how you said, it's my story. I'm going to live it. You know what I mean? For the rest of my life. If I want to talk about it today, I will. I don't care whose husband it is. You know, I talked about it, you know, over 15 years ago. It is still, the story is still the same. It's not nothing, you know, I just thought about randomly, like, oh, I'm just going to say this, you know. I think that's, you know, victims are often, you know, shamed for being in that position, especially when it's someone who is in abuse of power. Like I had mentioned with the R. Kelly situation, how they were trying to silence his victims by offering them money and not, you know, testifying in court. That's what happened with, you know, Sparkle's niece. She didn't testify because they paid her not to say anything.
We still have no idea who this person is.
Who Sparkle's niece?
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, we still don't know. You know,
I think that's great.
I do too.
Yeah.
They should never know who that girl is. That was terrible what he did with her. They should never know.
Oh.
You know, people know there's probably something that you can't put her name out there, but it was okay whenever they were sharing videos of that stuff with that young girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Well, let her live her life.
I'm glad you brought that up because coming up in fan mail, we're talking about incredible sex gone wrong. And there's video. Don't worry, I won't be sharing a screen. But we're gonna get into fan mail next. We have Danica Eugene joining us today. We're going to talk more about Danica because she is an actress. She's I say vlogcast hosts because it's video podcasting, but she has a vlogcast and she has a talk show and she's a mom of 5 and she's a wife and girlfriend. Talk about booked and busy.
Mhm.
So we're gonna talk busy. She is booked and busy, so we're going to talk about her and get caught up with her and live vicariously through all her adventures sometime in the show. Well, before the end of the show, we're going to get to know her, but we're going to get into fan mail next. We're going to take a quick break. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. Hold on. It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast. Hey, so we have Danica Eugene on with us. She's our special guest. And it's funny when we have guests because we take these quick breaks. And if you watch us on YouTube, you'll see LaShawn putting up her fingers. but when our guests be like,
they'll be like, what's she doing?
What's happening? What are we looking for?
I'm gonna roll right with it.
So just know you're watching this live on YouTube. Big shouts to Urban Media Today and Urban Media Today Radio, which you can catch on Live 365 and tune in 24/7. Urban adult contemporary music, classic hip hop, soul, funk, jazz, all of that good stuff. Make sure you look it up. Show us some love. All right, so it's time for fan mail. Incredible sex gone wrong. Incredible sex gone wrong. I don't know if anyone has ever had relations on edibles. But clearly this was an adventure. Let's read the email. My boyfriend of 6 months. Come on, Code Cracker. My boyfriend of 6 months asked me to have relations with him, which would have been for our first time. I felt good that I held out this long. I told him I was nervous because it was our first time and he suggested I take an edible. Now I drink. I don't do drugs.
Right.
He insisted it wasn't drugs and he said it would relax me. I've seen him eat them before and he seemed fine. So I had a small piece and I felt relaxed. Unfortunately, the sex wasn't that good. I was told it's better when you're high, but clearly it wasn't. He said he enjoyed it, but I don't think he was telling the truth. I agreed to have our experience recorded and I watched it. I was mortified. He thought it was funny. Here's my thing. I don't think he's taking this as serious as I am. And I honestly don't think we should sleep together again. I haven't talked to him in a few days. Am I being too dramatic?
That's so funny. So was it a marijuana edible? Did they say like
edible?
Yeah, it's edible. It's got it in there.
Yes, yeah.
It's all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Somebody
that was the time it response, Jerry.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was a crack edible, then I could see the difference. If it's a weed edible, then there ain't no crack edibles.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. So
I'm just playing. You know I love you, girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jerry be acting all innocent. You know
come on, Damika.
Jerry.
So my pre-Christ, I
we all were there.
I was my sport was marijuana. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if sex is not good when you high, it ain't the edible. It wasn't the edible gone wrong.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be good when you're not. It ain't gonna be good.
Yes.
Honey, run.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
She said run. It's bad.
It's bad.
It wasn't, don't blame the edible. Keep the edible, dump him.
Right.
Well, that's part actually.
Mm-hmm.
What you think, booked and busy? The millennials got to marinate on this a little bit. We're gonna let the millennial marinate on this one. What you got?
You know, I love these little things where people come in and they do their little story, you know, because we've been dating for 6 months.
She's the code cracker, by the way.
Only 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I drink, but I don't do no edibles. But you've seen him in 6 months do these gummies in front of you. So you know what can happen. I mean, I like when people write these letters and they try to be so innocent. You ain't innocent, sis. Let's tell the truth. The truth, right? So I'm just saying.
Mommy,
Did you get some on you? Why your face off? Let me do my screen a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, the truth is that, and just like the nigga said, if it was bad with the edibles, it's worse without them. No, it really isn't. I mean, because when you, I don't know with him. I think bad is bad for both of y'all. Y'all both bad. If you watch it on video, it looks bad. Then y'all both are bad.
Oh, that's bad.
You got to.
That's bad.
Come on now.
Oh, that's bad.
If you watch it and it was bad, he was bad, and you were bad, guess what? You both are terrible.
Yeah, drop that.
Let
it go.
Bad. Let it go. So
keep the edibles. Just let him go. No, I'm playing. I'm just playing.
But who? I don't know. I may because I'm a woman of a certain age, but that videotaping and your business is your business. But 6 months and then you act like I held off for 6 months, like you should get a prize.
I don't understand with all that's been going on. The only success story was Kim Kardashian. I don't understand. Nobody else has succeeded off of a sex tape. Like Eve had to work super duper hard from her sex tape with Stevie J. And I don't know who else had a sex tape out there because R. Kelly. I mean, come on. Hello. Sex tapes are not good. And first of all, they're not tapes anymore. But seriously, go ahead, Jerry. What you got?
I was going to say, remember, Mimi from Love and Hip Hop had the sex tape with her boyfriend, and that was.
And then look at her.
Yeah, that was set.
And now she's with a woman. So there's that. There's that.
Because it was bad.
I never was too fond of the whole recording thing, because stuff can get leaked out by accident as well. And then some people are just out for vengeance. That boy can get mad at you, be like, "I'm putting our whole business on the internet." No, I
heard if you use your phone, like you could accidentally leak it on Snapchat.
Nah. Let's rewind. I'm with LaShawn. I'm about to crack some codes. First off, your first time. You making a tape? This ain't
what you do. It ain't your first time.
This wasn't your first time.
It's what you do. It's what you do.
It's what you do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, 6 months. You making a tape?
Hello.
It's what they doing now. They're doing it for the gram.
Like this got to be intimate. It got to be right. It got to be romantic. And no.
Yeah.
This wasn't their first time. It was bad for the edible. Exactly. It's bad with the edible. They thought the edible was gonna make it better.
Do you think it's nice? I'm sorry, Jerry. Do you think, and Jerry, you can answer this one. Do you think it's respectable if a man asks a woman, even if they're dating, they're not married, but if they're dating, to video record their excursion? I think that's tacky.
I don't like it.
It's better for him to ask than to record. You don't know. Then you got to be out there like
that too. But
there's that.
Your cousins to jump him and stuff. You don't want to do that.
Wait, what?
If you don't know and he do something, you got to go get your cousins to jump him and fight him. You better get the permission because if not, Jim, Mike, all of them.
Yeah, LaShawn, you going to Detroit with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Let it get out there. Let my cousins see it. It's a done deal.
Jerry, go ahead. What are you gonna what are we millennials talking about?
Keisha and Mike might be on it, man.
Keisha and Jim. Now she done got a new man. Is Mike now?
Mike's always been there. Keisha,
we done made up these characters. Keisha and Jim.
I'm with it. And maybe she got two men.
Hello.
Not that life. I don't know.
Both of them known by the first name twice.
Mike and Jim.
Mike and Jim. Jesus.
Wow. Mike.
Go ahead, Jer. Come on, Jer.
I've lost my train of thought.
We were talking about, is it inappropriate or do you find it tacky if a man asks you to record video?
I'm a different type of millennial. I know that's what a lot of millennials do. They like that stuff. A lot of millennials are into that activity, especially like porn watching and stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's fine for them.
That's because we got old ears. We don't. LaShawn don't do that because we got old
clutch
ears.
my pearls.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit old for my age, but if a guy was to ask me, and that would turn me off, like, because I don't trust it. Like the way the internet is uploading stuff by accident, even, or he could be showing his friends, and you don't know who they know. Like, I don't like it, and I think it is super tacky. Like, that's just, I don't know.
People send private part pictures like it's nothing, like it's a sport. Like,
yeah. You ever get one and you ain't expecting it? You in church looking at the word, guess what? Go ahead, preacher. Yes. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
No.
You gotta put that usher finger up. Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back.
Like, right back. I have to go check something.
Oh my gosh. So what's our advice to this young lady? What are we doing?
Tell her to leave him alone. It ain't good then. It ain't gonna be good now. The edible made it worse, like y'all said. And it's only been 6 months. It ain't really much. You know what I'm saying? She can find somebody else who can be good in bed without the edible. She wouldn't
even need to make sure he deletes that damn video.
That's if he does it. Because these goos are spiked.
Yes.
But worse
keep checking TMZ. Keep checking World Star.
I think he recorded it. Like, okay, maybe he was embarrassed too. That's why he was laughing about it. And you said that she thought it was funny. He thought it was funny. And she's like, no, it's not. Maybe he knew he was bad. It was just like, oh, I'll just laugh it off. You know what I mean? That ain't cute. And he probably done it before recording on edibles. And it was just a bad experience. And probably wanted to try it again with this new girl. And she's like, I ain't with this. No. Cut it out. Get out now while you can. It's still fresh. You don't need it.
Lady, I think you should keep the edible and drop him. Keep the edibles and drop him. Edibles ain't nothing wrong with edibles. Look, let me holler at you.
Give me real close. Let me holler at you.
Let me holler at you. Just don't
keep the edibles.
Don't keep the edibles. Don't.
That's my thing. Let me holler at you.
Let me holler at you. Damika, you got any last minute advice, or you already told her?
Run.
Yeah, we want to be
That's it.
Gotta go.
Yeah. I don't know. I think everything's worth a conversation. Talk to him. See, now I'm coming back to
what?
I'm gonna talk to him.
What you gonna say? So remember that time we did it and we
Is this you?
It was really bad. It was really bad. And you're gonna be like, well, let's do it again.
You're like,
how is it when you're not on this? Because she said she's seen him on edibles. Like, this is probably his get through, how he gets through things, how he gets through life. It's all about the conversation. No, I'm only kidding. That's a bull crap. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm just saying that.
It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, dog. But keep the edibles. Keep the edibles.
Holler at her, Kiki. Get up and holler at her.
We want to shout out to Brandy Lynn. Brandy Lynn is checking in on YouTube. She's laughing her A off. That's your peoples. We're gonna get to know. We're gonna get to know Damika Eugene in a sec. We're gonna take another break. We're gonna give her 25 minutes. We're just gonna talk to her about being an actress and this new, because I believe you started your talk show through quarantine. Thanks, COVID. Yes.
Come on in the house, COVID.
New talents. Yes. Not everybody can say that. Like, I became an Instagram model. By what? Because COVID? No, ma'am. You need to sit down.
I became an Instagram model through COVID.
So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to get in with Damika Eugene. Let me
holler at you. I did become a model through COVID.
I ain't no damn Instagram model. All right, hold tight. It's the Hey Girl Hey Podcast.
Slipping in my DMs all the time, Kiki.
By accident. Hey Girl Hey Podcast on Urban Media today. Be them spams.
Y'all ignorant tonight, ain't you? Hey, we supposed to uplift Black women. See,
they be like, I can increase your followers by 25,000 if you.
You ignorant, ain't you ignorant? You don't want to be back on this show, then again. I know you don't.
Here we go to break. Go to break. It's the Hey Girl Hey Podcast, the Urban Media today. Hold on.
Y'all just, that's why I'll be praying for y'all. When I get off this phone, I'm gonna get on the phone with my church ladies because y'all need prayer.
It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast of Urban Media. Today, our Hey Girl Hey spotlight is D'Amica Eugene. She's our guest today. Thank you so much, sis, for being on the show. So, so far, what are you thinking about the show? Because I know you've seen it,
my cheeks hurt so much right now. I absolutely love y'all. Y'all are awesome.
It's her. She great. Jerry ain't got to say nothing. Jerry just be giggling. She ain't got to say nothing. Her laugh. Every show on TV needs Jerry's laugh for a laugh track. Just laugh track, because LaShawn makes us laugh every time. I think that's the reason. I think that's the reason why we're streaming everywhere and why people really, really love the show, because we just, everything doesn't have to be so fun, serious all the time. And so much is going on, but it is healthy when you laugh. You do burn calories when you laugh, and so
you sure do. Look, my nose got smaller, burnt a calorie. Damn.
So D'Amica Eugene is a wife. She is a mother of 5, an actress, a talk show host, and the founder of Forever Stories. Is that right?
Yes,
Forever Stories, Open Vibes. Also, she is a Detroit native from the D.
I
don't know why I want to do that every time I say Detroit. I don't know what dance that is.
I love it.
But she's currently in Killeen, Texas. Is that correct? Is it Killeen? Killeen. Sorry.
Yes.
I'm from Pittsburgh. We pronounce every letter. We pronounce every letter and syllable in Pittsburgh. So she's in the Killeen, Texas. Killeen, Texas. So you also have a podcast. I call it Vlogcast, Open Vibes, talking about relationships, entrepreneurship, health and wellness, and mental wealth. And this is new, and you've just started it through the pandemic.
Yes.
Tell me about it. Tell us about it.
So I had these grandiose plans. I was going to New York last year, and I was getting signed to an agency there, and the pandemic hit. I was making plans, and I was like, what happened? And then so the agents have this thing where they're like, what is your Instagram following like? What is your following like? And I'm like, I'm a woman of a certain age as well.
Come on now.
Which I love this age. It's absolutely great. But when everybody's asking what your following's like, I'm not a millennial. I needed some help. And I was like, okay, well, let me take a leap. And I had to really pray about this thing and ask God, what can I do that's going to edify him first off? And he shared with me, share other people's gifts. So that's what the show is about. I invite people on, we share their gifts, we talk about their gifts, because I'm a firm believer that everybody has a leading, they are leaders in their own right, in their own arena. So when your gift will just make room for you. And so we talk about everything from entrepreneurship. I have people on for mental health and wellness, especially through the quarantine, talking about, helping the kids and how can we cope and different mechanisms that we can use to get through this? Because sometimes, during quarantine, I was having moments like, should I go in the store? Should I sit in the car? And, it was just really, it was helpful to have these different subject matter experts on and sharing their gifts, because all our gifts are really interlinked. So
what did you do before the pandemic? What were you doing before everything?
I've been acting for the last 3 years, but before that, I've been a hairstylist of 24 years. Yes. And I've been
lay
instructor, teaching students, and just being a good example for my students. So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna take a leap. I'm telling them take a leap. And just, being able to show them. And I still have a lot of them keep in touch with me. They're like, you doing it, you're acting, you're doing what you wanted to do. So,
So what did you have to say about this Gorilla Glue incident, since you said you was a hairstylist?
In all my years, I have never seen anything so...
Look at LaShawn's face.
That made me so mad.
It made me mad too, but I'm perplexed as to how did you smooth it? How did you be without sticking?
Without getting it on your hands. Like, what did you do? Like, you got to do this.
Yeah, you got
right?
Huh?
Gorilla Glue?
Right. And then I think she molded it down and then sprayed it. I think that's what she did.
Yeah, but even when you smooth, you have to and use the hairdryer. So I was real confused about that.
You ain't using no rat tail comb to bring that down smooth. You're not doing that. You got to do this. That made me so mad.
It made me mad, and it made me mad that
foolishness.
Yeah, that it went so viral, and people were giving her money and donate because I thought it was silly. I'm like,
she's selling T-shirts now of it, of her face.
Listen, people have donated money to her. People have believed her story, and they donate money. Those are her coins. And she's been interviewed by people on The Real, and she's been here and she's been there, and those are her coins. And so now she's gonna buy the longest eyelashes in the world.
It sure is.
And honestly, I feel like Gorilla Glue should have paid for her to have that removed mistake, but because they increased in revenue, their money it's everywhere now, and not even was it Gorilla it's Gorilla Glue, but there's a Gorilla Snot. I think that's what she got confused. It's a Gorilla Snot. It's a hair product.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. So people use it to spike. People use it to smooth.
That's sort of.
So I think she got it confused with Gorilla Snot.
No, she didn't. She said she knew she bought the Gorilla Glue spray because she had the Gots to Be Free spray.
Got to Be Glue.
She ran out of that. She was in the store and she said, "I'm gonna try this Gorilla Glue spray." So she knew that wasn't the snot gel.
We have the only neighborhood where you can buy a weave, tube socks, a hammer, and Gorilla Glue.
Don't forget the 4-piece of chicken and wedges.
And a 4-piece chicken and wedge.
If you want a t-shirt,
you don't go into any other.
Get your t-shirts made in the basement. T-shirt and got haircuts on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. So aisle 1 is the glue for gluing material. Aisle 2 got the hair glue.
Right.
But if this was this woman's goal to become famous like this, I got to give her a round of applause because she has. So everyone has a gimmick. Everyone has something that's going to make them famous. She just thought about that. It made her look stupid, but it's getting her paid. So I think she might come out of COVID with a zero debt. So if that was your goal,
I guess.
You go.
Yeah, but
God bless.
Really, and my question is: anytime you do something, what does it really contribute to the next generation? I guess I just think I'm thinking long term.
You're a mom.
I'm a mom,
and you're logical. You think logical.
You're a mom.
People don't, because how about during the COVID, whenever the that other guy that was the president, when he said to get rid of COVID to drink Lysol, and people
did it.
As long as Lysol has been around. You never
wasn't it bleach
He said you drink the was it bleach? Well, yeah, bleach.
It wasn't water. Let's just say that it wasn't water.
Yeah.
And people start doing it. So
and Lysol had to come out with a statement and say,
and it's always been on their bottles,
right?
I don't know.
Everybody sees that. But so it bleach or whatever, but it's always been on their bottles not to drink it.
I saw cleaning stuff that you put on in the bottle. I know it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he said it. So we got gullible people out there. I mean, my thing for making money is that I'm a very talented person, and I know that, and I'm blessed with like a lot of talent. But it ain't going to be putting all that right there. I mean, I have a hard time keeping my edges down, but I know that glue's not the answer.
So I know we're talking to D'Amica right now because we're trying to get to know her, but some are like a 30% of my curiosity really wants to know what your other talents are. And I think we're going to wait. I'm going to wait because I need to know, because I don't think you do, sis. I don't know what your other talents are. I really don't. If you have a flute or a clarinet, a drum set, juggling, we're gonna call. Don't leave. No,
I gotta go.
Oh my God.
I gotta go.
All right. She does this all the time. Okay. So you're from Detroit, but you now live in Texas. Both of these areas, Detroit for the longest time, it's been in the news. It has been Detroit, right? Is it Detroit that's been with the water? What's going on with Detroit?
Flint. That was
Flint, Michigan.
Yes.
Sorry,
but it's not too
sorry.
far from Detroit. But that was tragic. That was tragic.
How are your folks in Detroit doing? How's everybody down there?
They're doing good. So my understanding is the population is scarce now because they're moving all outside of Detroit and filtering into the suburbs. So,
what, gentrification or?
I want to say more so crime, lack of funding.
Crime is big,
Yeah, because I know at one point, they had depleted the police department, the fire department. They took away the police department hazard pay and things like that. So people filtered out into the suburbs because of crime, and it just wasn't as safe.
And how are the folks in Texas?
We're good after that big freeze.
Y'all weren't ready. Well, you seen snow before, but
no, there's one thing with snow, but what I was trying to explain to people was ice is different. That's
totally different.
Yes, and you can, and it froze like maybe 2 inches of ice. It snowed and then it rained again and it froze over again. So it was.
You guys don't have the pipes and everything like we have up here for that. So then you guys aren't even used to turning up your furnace past 65.
Right.
You know, we do it on a regular.
We don't have no salt trucks, any of that. And then us being on our own grid didn't make it any better because 4 million people, over 4 million people were without power. And
this chick that came out with a damn clarinet.
Girl, I got talent. I had to get off the
clarinet. Oh my God, LaShawn.
I had to call my agent to make sure it's okay if I do this.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Danica, I did not expect this at all.
That's all right. I'm here for it.
I'm called. My bluff has been called. Yeah. But I want to focus on Danica because I can't.
Go ahead, because
it's so hard. I'm so sorry.
I had to talk to my agent. Go ahead, Danica. You go ahead.
How do you?
Look they at her still get back to me. They still getting back to me on my talents. I get paid for this stuff.
How do you use your platform for the community? Like, I know how we come up with our platform and we talk about hot topics, but we also talk about things that affect our community, the Black community, the community of women and entrepreneurs. How do you use your platform, for the community, to help the community?
So just reaching out to, I try to draw in people who can really give something back and share. Like I just had on my show the other day, it's called the Horge Camp. And so what they're doing is they're creating a camp for training athletes, but children, and teaching them how to financial literacy, teaching them to cook and exercise and eat healthy and things like that. So, and just always allowing people to promote themselves on that platform. Because one thing I realized, you should always give more than you take from this life. So that's the purpose of Open Vibes, is for people to just share exactly what their gifting and talent is and allowing other people to connect to them. I also have I'm having a OBGYN on there, and she's going to explain and kind of talk about the yoni pearls and things like that. And, because that's something I really want to talk about, because we're using them. Explain to us why we're using them, the benefits of them.
Using what?
The yoni pearls.
The yoni pearl, yoni steaming and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Listen to the little millennial. She was like, and all that stuff.
I don't know what that is. I have old ears.
So it's something that, and I don't know how
you can. We grow.
Okay, so it's a pearl. You kind of insert it into your vagina and you let it sit for up to 72 hours, and it's supposed to cleanse you, kind of like the doctors do a DNC.
Oh yeah.
And it cleanse you, and it pulls all the stuff out. And then after 3 days,
that you can sit on too.
And then they got the steam you sit on with the flowers, and it,
Yeah. Yep.
Find it, Kiki.
So, but that's something that I think, we need to consult our OBGYN on, because I know a lot of women are doing it, but what are the benefits? What are the side effects? How is this going to help us, or how is it going to hurt us? So different.
People see stuff on TV and they'll go, especially since we're home during COVID, they'll order it in a minute.
Yeah.
They're
ordering it right now.
I bet you, yeah.
Definitely.
And don't even know if it would work for you. You know,
just don't get it from Wish. Number one, you'll get it like 2 years from now, but it will not be a pearl. It'll be a stone.
Or Amazon have it to you the next day. You know, you'd be like, you don't even know what to do with it. So no.
So I know that Jer is our amazing millennial chick, and we're going to wrap up in just a few minutes. But Jer is our millennial chick, and this young lady is so talented. She wants to be in broadcasting, and she's also a podcaster, and she's a writer. And my son is an aspiring actor. So with those two stories, being a centennial and also being a millennial, and their hopes and ambitions of being where you are as far as an actress and also a podcaster, what is your advice and for the acting part, and then pursuing the just a totally different box of talents? What's your advice for them?
My encouragement is always pursue your dreams, write your goals, practice your skill set. Even Jerja, when you're in the mirror, practice speaking, talking. What facial expressions are you going to make? How are you going to, I'm going to open my show like this. I'm going to add this. I'm going to incorporate this. Seeking out management and for someone to lead you and guide you. Always be open to growth. Always, constantly, with your son, have him to find monologues or maybe people he can identify with.
Thank you.
Yes, and he needs to be practicing them, because I'm gonna tell you, being a woman of a certain age, because I say that all the time, I'm taking different things so that can help me with my memory, because it's all about muscle memory, especially when somebody tell you in 3 days you have to learn 5 or 10 pages of script.
Right.
That's a lot. And we think, and my husband used to say, acting is easy. Now he's realizing, he sees oh, this is serious business. Like, this is more challenging than I thought. Right. So constantly practicing and honing in on your craft. Get a mentor. I think it's important that everybody has a mentor in every area of their life, whether it's financial, it's your gifting, whatever it is. Even in marriage, you need mentors. People who guide you how to walk this thing out. So definitely get a mentor in every single area. Constantly practice your craft, coaching, teaching, all of that. And don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Invest. Take that class. Take that, it's going to hurt, but what we going to spend it on? Food or, something that's insignificant. So invest in yourself constantly.
Thank you. What podcasts and programs do you follow for inspiration too?
I follow Shannon Mack. I love hers. She actually interviews like celebrities and things like that. And I've been following you ladies lately. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you
so much. Thank you.
And I'm in a podcast group on Facebook. So they're pretty, they share information and things like that. They give you kind of tidbits, things to make it more exciting and interesting. So yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Ladies, anybody want to ask Tamika anything before we sign off?
Well, she just feels like she's a sister.
I know.
Hi, sis.
I'm loving y'all.
I'm about to ask her for some money, because that's how close we is. Like, let me hold $1. Let me hold $5.
Let me holler at you.
No, let me holler at you.
Can you cash out me like $10?
Give me a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying?
That's something. This is what we do. See what we do? As soon as we consider you family, we hit you up for some money. Shouts to Eric Jackson, who's checking in, SC2MD, South Carolina to Maryland. He's checked in on YouTube as well. So we appreciate you guys for checking in. Damika, how can we check out your show? Give us all the contact information, your website, YouTube, shoe size, all that stuff you want us to know.
I am on YouTube, Open Vibes on YouTube. Forever Stories is www.foreverstories.biz. Forever Stories, I'll tell you about that really quick. That is, it's interviewing people like kind of virtually, but it's more intimate, and it's you telling your life story. And it's something that and we're going to store it in the cloud, and we give you the thumb drive. It's something you can hand down to your legacy. something that your
awesome.
great grandchildren can have. And I do give you a format to kind of, help you detail the journey of your life. It's something you can always add to. So, couples getting married, having babies, and going on until they're old and gray. And Forever Stories is something I do foresee that's going to be around 100, 200 years from now.
Well, all right.
I love that. Social media.
And I'm on
better
Facebook.
Speak that.
It will be. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram at Mika_Sweets. I'm on Facebook. You can look me up, Denmika Eugene, and Open Vibes 2020 on Facebook as well.
Awesome. And Jer, let's tell everybody how they can get past episodes of the Hey Girl Hey podcast.
Yes. So to get past episodes of the Hey Girl Hey podcast, we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, TuneIn, Live 365, Anchor FM, Podbean, YouTube, Google Play or Google Podcasts, and urbanmediatoday.com.
We just got added to 4 more streaming apps, by the way.
Breaker,
Radio Public, Overcast, and Pocket Cast. So that's a big deal.
Wow. That is a big deal. That's major.
We ain't getting paid yet, but that's good. That's good.
We will be
paid yet. We will be.
I have to give Roku a shout out to, because I am on Roku on Creative Motion Network.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. I got to get Roku because I hear about it, but I don't hear it. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for your Netflix account.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because there's some stuff you need to watch too.
Yeah.
You need to watch.
But if you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us on the Hey Girl Hey podcast at gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 412-709-6130, or on the social media tip, you can reach us on the Twitter at Girl Hey 2018. Or on the Facebook at the Hey Girl Hey podcast. But this is the
why?
Because I gotta think about it and move when I think, and then I gotta do it like my grandbaby. She go, and then I'm like, who raised that little ghetto kid? Like, I don't even know her. But that's a different story. And then on the IG at the Hey Girl Hey podcast 2018. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about it.
That's about it. Okay. Tanika, thank you so much. Will you come back?
Yes, thank you.
It's the end of the show. Will you come back?
I will definitely be back. I appreciate your time. Thank you, ladies.
Yes,
thank you. We appreciate. Thank your family for sharing you with us tonight. We appreciate you and your beautiful virtual background.
Oh, my hands disappeared.
She got the Oprah library in her back.
You can't go too far. Get close.
Yeah, well, see all this right here? This is me.
Right.
That's my mansion back.
She'll be in the kitchen next week. So
yep.
Frying chicken. She goes, it's a different room every week. So we take
I'm manifesting. That's what I'm over here doing. I am manifesting.
Right.
Yes. So I'm believing that this background gonna be real one day.
That's what's up.
Listen, that's all it takes. Put it in the atmosphere. I'm your radio chick, Kiki Brown.
And I am the chatter chick, LaShawn.
And I'm your millennial chick, Jerry Tipton.
I think we're gonna give Damika the name.
Booked and busy.
No, she's our star chick.
I like that.
That's our star chick.
Our star chick. Okay.
Love y'all.
Welcome, star chick.
Star chick. Star chick in the building.
Let me get $5 though. Let me get $5.
It's the Hey Girl Hey podcast, the Urban Media Today. Thanks for watching.
Venmo.